dropping the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 right out the back end there. Round 9, we are ready to rock and roll.
We definitely are, and just to remind you once again, our RQ Athena are sitting comfortably in the first place. It is going to go ahead and pretty much, it might come down to second place with CPT, GTW, and LHW just being pretty much within less than 100 points away from each other for that second spot.
That's right. Talking a little bit about the playing path here, coming in from the southeastern part, just south of Milton Power, north of Noye. This is going to go up to the top center portion of the map. So you're going to have a very skewed playing path, something that I've been wanting to see. This is going to force some teams to take drives on over to South George, over to Primorsk, over to Quarry potentially, and you're going to see some teams potentially be clashing for cars here on the road.
Yeah, and just to remind you, what this is going to go ahead and be third-person perspective view, which means that we might see a little bit more snakes. We saw a little bit happening in Sanhok, and this map here is going to go ahead and be interesting as we do see CPT going to military base where they've been going to, and LHW going as well to Novo.
I don't know where GTW's headed, but they had some fun jumping out of the plane, singing across the map like that. But it looks like we've got Torty and Big Russian Bot here dropping down, grabbing a buggy right off the bat here. Going to grab that and hopefully head on. Oh, look at this. This looks like they've got some company here. Into the building he goes. He sees that somebody else got the car. He's immediately going to grab a weapon. Will he pop back outside and try to catch that buggy?
Definitely lucky there. He's going to have the Mini 14. He's going to be able to go ahead and spot the other 3 players. Is he going to be able to capitalize here? Is he going to go ahead and try to push the action? Actually, he's going to go ahead and just try to run away from this, and he might just get spotted as he might be running. Keep in mind, if he gets spotted at any moment, this out in the open, it is going to be deadly for him. Luckily for him, one of his players, they bring a motorcycle, and he's going to try to get away. Actually, he left him.
Well, you know how it is in those 3-wheelers. You can't really stop. You're driving, and they just don't want to stop. They keep rolling, and it looks like Bro RC here getting shots off. Luxy and Zuxy teaming up, doing things, thinking alike, as they often do. And look at that, Mini taking down 40 early. Big Russian Bot suffering their first casualty early. Picked up just in time. He gets the revive off. Holy cow. Very narrowly avoided getting finished there, but Luxy and Zuxy have the advantage. Wouldn't be surprised at all to see them push this advantage here, as they only had the loot from this shack and the one room that they looted in the house before they try to get away.
And Bruxy is going to go ahead and just have minimal ammo here as he is working with the AKM. He's waiting patiently. He's trying to see what's going to go ahead and happen here. He doesn't realize, though, BTR Luxy might have some kind of angle on him. He has to watch out, and we see Turtsy just waiting patiently. He sadly for him, he doesn't have any of the med kits that you would like to go ahead and see at this point. Are they going to go ahead and try to risk it here? Do they want to go ahead and get into that 3-wheeler and just bounce? But the problem is that if they try to do that, that 3-wheeler is fully exposed. As we see GG here against Hero. There is some motorcycles too. Hero see that his teammate goes down. He's going to go ahead and just go away and says, bye, Felicia. I ain't coming back to get you. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm not going to have enough armor or if not anything to go ahead and just try to revive you there.
He's in a really tough spot there. I think they're leaving him for dead. And unfortunately, Torty is in a situation very similar at the moment. There he goes.
Rips.
And our first player is eliminated. That's Doc from Hero. He's our bolt action specialist from the European team. And it looks like Salah is going to get the first kill for the GG Gamers of Kuwait.
GG Gamers starting hot a little bit there. Sadly for them, they weren't able to go ahead and get all the action. And look at this. Torty now getting on that 3-wheeler. They're waiting so patiently. They're going to go ahead and get out of here, but they had to watch out. One of the players is pretty much just one shot. Luckily for them, Afashit there pretty much just tried to distract them and waited a little bit.
Absolutely. Really nice play there by Torty, waiting in the shack until their team came by to pick them up to get out of there. Really surprised that BTR didn't push that advantage there. Really, no guns, no armor, no meds, and they should have known that based off of where they landed, where they looted. The other team had literally one-story house between the two of them. And, you know, obviously with one of them almost knocked already, or almost finished already, rather, they could have easily pushed that, gotten the finish. No meds at all to his
Now it just comes down to using that ledge right there. Is he going to go ahead and be able to spot him? He is jumping around and moving back and forth, trying to make, pretty much, it looks like he's trying to make himself a target, baiting them a little bit. He is able to, and he gets those shots with the Mini 14. He's going to go ahead and knock him down.
Holy cow, Zuxy with the iron sight. Mini 14 knock from range Really beautiful stuff there from him, and now Torty is in a world of hurt. No meds between them, and now we've got one guy with about 10 HP, and the other is completely down on the field.
And something to point out there, one of the players from Big Russian Bot actually jumped out a little bit too early there from the car, and he, in a way, run himself over, and now he is down himself. So big, pretty much hits right there for Big Russian Bot as they are trying to find their way here with very little to work with. They don't have health, they don't have the guns. They are just pretty much trying to back up, regroup, find everything that they can, and try to see if they can get some positioning in this game.
Big Russian Bot started out the tournament pretty strong, finishing 5th and 6th on day 1, but on day 2 having some struggles. 16th place 3 different times on day 2, and it looks like they're headed for even worse here on day 3 to start things off in game 9.
As we're able to see there, the map brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9, the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge Global Finals 2018 happening in Dubai right now. You're watching at home, and we have a lot of people here in the arena as well. As we see, Hero took a little bit of a hit there earlier. Once again, it seems like some of these teams might have not been expecting certain drops. They were trying to move away from it. They might have landed next to some other teams that they were not expecting to be there, which is interesting because in a way, LHW and CBT, as we saw from the get-go, they are currently being able to go ahead and just loot up as much as they can comfortably in Novo and military base.
I'm really surprised that no other team has decided they want to challenge those areas at all. I mean, those are really good loot locations, and they've been freely handed to 2 of the top 3 teams so far this tournament, and they continue to let them do whatever they want in the early game. CPT not being challenged, winning multiple chicken dinners now, and you know, they're holding a firm grasp on 2nd place, and they're going to continue to move up the rankings if nobody's challenged them at all early.
They definitely are. As we see Wildcard just passing by Team Galaxy, our boy Hot Jukes is back. He is feeling better, and he is trying to bring that momentum with him to see if maybe Wildcard can go ahead and just claim, if possible, just a top 7 spot. They are currently sitting at 13 spots, so we'll go ahead and see what happens here. And once again, Cloud9 is currently 14 spot. They have not had the best tournament. Honestly, they have been quite a disappointment, but hopefully they can go ahead and pick it up here on day number 3, get some more kills to their name, and add a lot of points to their leaderboard.
Katarina Suki from Full Send driving in the buggy. She's had some fun with the buggy so far here in Dubai. Driving the way through, looking like heading up to Potato Hill in the middle of nowhere.
She's just going very slow there, going patiently as our boy Hot Jukes there starting to get shot there by Torty. He has to watch out. His team is going to be able to go ahead and back him up. Luckily for him, he does have an N16. He wasn't able to hit any shots, but he's still surrounded by that team, and his teammates are nowhere near.
Wildcard tries in trouble.
GT.
Getting shot at going through the compound there by BTR. BTR, you heard the volley of rifle shots come in just after Hot Jukes went through as kind of a scout car. Hot Jukes got their attention, and then you heard the rounds go off behind him. Wildcard lucky to get out of there in one piece.
As we see Cloud9 just starting to rotate a little bit south there of Pochinki. They might try to go ahead and go for a bridge camp. We actually got a chance to see a wonderful bridge camp here at the arena. Meanwhile, and as we see Katarina still driving by. Meanwhile, GTW is getting a lot of interesting kills there on the kill feed.
Hero is in trouble. They already lost a member earlier. Doc went down in the road, and it looks like Kinris is down, and GT Ed will finish him. There is another member down as well. Hero down to, I believe, their last member. They are in a world of hurt at this point.
Definitely not the best start there. We saw one of the players get knocked out super early, something you don't want to see, especially on the last day. And look at this. I love seeing this. They decide, you know what? We don't need those silencers. We are going to go ahead and go full on out. We want them to know that we are coming. As we see Evos, this squad starting to push this area, they know that some people from VR, Big Russian Bot, starting to actually shoot at them.
Wow, really surprising shots here from Pro. That was a little bit reckless, as he could have easily just not fired and had them drive by without knowing. But now Evos knows where they are. It looks like they're going to continue. They do have a goal in mind. They're going to drive to a location here and prioritize their position over getting frags.
And something to point out there as well, as Evos was driving by, we did see a flare gun towards Pochinki, so they might have been just, you know what, they might have seen that, say, do we really want to go get that loot? And then they start getting shots, say, you know what, let's go ahead and rethink this. Let's go ahead and reposition ourselves.
Check that out, CPT right in the middle of the zone. They did loot up the military base island down below in the south. They've already made their way across. They've already rotated central to the circle. They are one of the first teams to rotate in, and they have called in an airdrop here that they will be picking up out on the mountainside right now. So really good rotation from them. Got great position, some great berms to work with here in a small compound. And they're also going to have, it looks like an M249 and an MK14 to work with. So they're going to be somebody to be feared.
We have seen the M249 being used a little bit in this tournament. We have seen it used a lot before in the NA finals, and cars, boats, and just about everything was getting blown up. Are we going to go ahead and see the same as we saw in day one? A lot of cars getting blown up, and you don't actually start seeing that anymore after day one. People might have learned their lesson, but who knows? It is day 3. Anything can happen here, as we've seen Arab Madness just waiting patiently in the compound as Full Send is very close by.
I love the defensive positions that Full Send's taking up here. Fandy and Exclusive kind of crouched in corners, guarding those doors just in case somebody darts in through the window at any point in time. So they are ready to rock at this point.
And we have kind of seen that play style work for them, right? The only problem is that when they get the knocks, they're not able to necessarily get the finish, or if they do get the finish, they don't move.
That's
which
true.
In terms is gonna go ahead and it is gonna go ahead and just pretty much leave them exposed as they know their position. So usually what you want to go ahead and do is, if you knock somebody down, just start moving a little bit. If not, they're gonna come back and just bite you in the butt.
Look at the tactics of Evos here. They are literally just headhunting. They're trying to find people, trying to get shots on them. 3 different cars, and look at this. They're hunting people down for kills, knowing they need to move up the leaderboard and get frags. And Ernie, look at that. Pro and Torty getting rocked out of the buggy. Both of them getting finished in the disrespect, running them over. That's beautifully done by Bull Shark.
Bull Shark just seeing that. He sees other players. He has to watch out because
Ernie's knocked.
CPT is very close by. He needs to be careful with that. Evo still pushing the action. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Evo is being able to go and destroy a player there from KWCD. There is another player from KWCD close by. He is using that third party to his advantage. Is he going to be able to knock down Bull Shark? He misses those shots. He lays down
Great
as JC
dodge.
is trying to just knock him out. They know his position. Justice from KWC, he needs to go ahead and move out of there. If not, he's going to go ahead and start getting just ambushed from every single angle.
Holding the upstairs, June and Long there, making sure that they don't let Evos up the stairs easily. They do have a player next door as well, Justice, rotating around, finally getting out of the shack. Was in a great bit of danger there, but he was able to get an escape off an awesome prone there to dodge some shots, and it looks like he's going to go try to cover the flank here for the Korea Winter Chicken Dinner team.
And luckily for KWDC, they weren't cleared there by Evos. They were able to go ahead and start repositioning, and now more than likely, he's going to be able to go ahead and tell his teammates. Justice is going to tell his teammates, hey, they're going to start pushing up, and that's just exactly what happens. KWC getting some huge knocks there, as Bull Shark is now the only man standing for Evos, and Evos is going to go and say, you know what, now we need to start playing for placement. We were able to get 3 kills there. It backfired a little bit, but we definitely want to just hold back and try to go for placement.
Backfire a little bit. I call that backfiring a lot. Evo's looking to headhunt a little bit, getting a little bit reckless here, driving around in 3 different vehicles, headhunting whomever wanted to take fire at them. Korea Winter Chicken Dinner did just that, knocking out Ernie very early in that fight, and then coming up with a very clutch nade there on X, knocking him out, and then getting 3 kills to their name. Looks like they're going to have 1 member escape here, and oh, that's a very creative park job out in the middle of the field here by JCC.
It happens as they see Cloud9 and Carnage pass by. Are they going to go ahead and just try to hunt them down? They know all these teams. Illuminate currently sitting in 5th spot. They could try to go ahead and push for that 2nd and 3rd spot, but they need the position. They need pretty much the placement here and also the kills. And look at this. Cloud9 taking care of that hill, saying, back up a little bit. This is going to be ours for a while, at least until the next safe zone.
I was unable to see if that was the same crate that CPT called in, but they are surrounding a supply drop right now, and that could be their loot. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like they are driving away.
They are here. CPT hand just telling them, back up. We see you. You do not want this. In Carnage just driving straight into that compound. Illuminate realizes that Cloud9 is coming, and they start backing up as well. We're seeing that a lot right now. We're seeing a lot of teams trying not to engage too early, and those teams that do want to go ahead and engage, we are seeing we know that they pretty much, they need to go ahead and make a name out for themselves. They need to go ahead and push. More than likely, they're not going to be in the top 10. So why not just go for broke and see what you're going to be able to do with just your gun skills.
Illuminate having a hard time finding out where they belong right now, trying to hit up 4 different compounds right there. Each of them kind of occupied or receiving shots, so they diverted their path, ultimately finding a spot in the yellow south of Pachinki Hills. Looks like they're going to take aim there.
We're seeing a lot of teams trying not
take an aim at Korean Winter Chicken Dinner. Gangstar has their eyes set on the Korean team, and they're going to go ahead and scout this out and see if they can get a knock.
Breakdancer Sute there, missing a couple of shots. He wish he could get that one back. He is going to go ahead and wait patiently here as KWCD is trying to realize where those shots came from, start repositioning themselves, and they also have to watch out because CPT is just waiting patiently. And we have seen CPT being one of those teams that likes third party, likes to go ahead and come and clean up the kills, and it has worked for them. As we have mentioned, they have been able to go ahead and pick up 2 wins. Not back-to-back like RRQ, but 2 wins is something that not a lot of teams have been able to do. And CPT now is starting to get those angles, now is starting to get those shots through the windows.
Talking about angles, they were laying down prone in the building so that they shouldn't have been able to be seen in that second-story window. At least that's what they thought. Unfortunately, CPT with that high ground position looking down through the window in their second-story compound, and they are getting hit from there, and it looks like some great shots being fired in from LHW as well, taking down the Galaxy crew.
LHW taking full advantage there. Every single player from Galaxy. This is actually one team that I love their strategy, is that if they knock somebody down, they are going to go ahead and get that finish. They are not going to go ahead and wait for maybe that kill to get stolen. And this KWC getting a little bit aggressive here with a sniper rifle. He wants to get those shots. He maybe wants to go ahead and just get one in so he can tell him, hey, be careful if you decide to go ahead and push us.
Sometimes when you're rocking the bolt action, it's nice to actually connect with somebody to let them know, hey, I can actually shoot this gun, and I'm not just going to whiz some bullets past you all day long. It buys a little bit of respect, I think. And it looks like CPT is just waiting for an opportunity up there, happy to hold their position, waiting to see the zone come in right now. They've got a few seconds before that next zone shows up on the map, and that will see them head to a new location most likely, or if they need to, they can attack a compound now.
They definitely do, as we're seeing there, a replay of our player just being on the roof. Actually, the replay of LHW taking out the Team Galaxy. There are at least 2 players from Team Galaxy. And talking about the zone, every single team is pretty much smack down the middle of the safe zone. So if we do have kind of an interesting zone here on the next one, we're going to see a lot of push from people. We're going to start seeing a lot of repositionings. We're going to start seeing a lot of shifts and maybe a lot of third party from certain teams.
A lot of hills being occupied right now, a lot of compounds being occupied, so this is really treacherous ground for a lot of teams. Everywhere they go, they need to kind of keep their head on a swivel. People are lurking everywhere right now, and in third-person perspective, it's really easy to kind of get an idea of where people might be as you can see around corners without actually exposing yourself.
That is correct, and as we saw there, Team Full Send, and also I believe that was Arab Manis just waiting, still sticking to that strategy, take care of that compound, and as we mentioned, the zone does go ruined, and there's just barely any teams there. All the teams are gonna go ahead and start repositioning themselves, and Team Terror from India winning there towards the south. They need to go ahead and start rotating, as the Japanese team here knows exactly what they're doing. They're saying, get to the compound first, take care of it. We have seen it work for some of the Chinese teams like LHW, GTW, and also CPT. Let's try to go ahead and test out that strategy.
Pretty easy rotation there from Team Japan. Uncontested, already at the north side of the zone. They're going to get a compound easily, but on the south side, it is an absolute mess right now. Zone goes north, and all of those teams in the same location are going to have to rotate through one another, so it's going to get hectic here in just a moment. We're going to see some fights at compounds. We got folks rotating around the edges on all sides and also going straight up the gut, so it's about to get a little bit interesting.
And GTW scouting the area out. CPT also in their vehicles. I'm pretty sure LHW has their 4 cars that they loved. And look at this. Illuminate starting to take some shots there on KWCD. There's Stuso. They see him hopping up into a compound, and they're going to go ahead and try to see if maybe they can get a certain angle on them. Because remember, we saw a player laying down earlier inside the compound, but if you can get an angle from this high ground, you're going to be able to destroy them.
KWCD able to make it into the compound, and it looks like RRQ once again, they are dead center in the circle. Beautiful spot in the compound, once again getting great position. And it looks like we do have KWCD in the compound just across from them. Illuminate up on the ridge, looking down. It's a decent position here. They are spread pretty wide. And then we've also got CPT and GTW in an interesting position here on top of Mount Everest.
They definitely have to go ahead and engage here. They're pretty much facing each other. If they weren't to engage here, it would be interesting. As we see, somebody from Full Send exclusive, actually, she decided to go ahead and maybe jump out of the car there. Not sure exactly what happened. And here comes the grenade from GTW, starting to throw the nades. They know that CPT is very close by. Beautiful grenade there.
Oh my goodness.
CPT hand getting GTW Ed as they go ahead and continue to share those nades, sending them back and forth. Interesting
into your
stuff here
living room. That was insane. Ed throwing a grenade, feeling like, you know what, I'm gonna get a cheeky grenade off right now, and then all of a sudden he sees one bounce right into his face by Han. Han getting the knock there, and now CPT on the offensive, taking the high ground from GT as they have to back up. Han pushing the offensive right now. GT seems to have gotten their player up, trying to patch himself up, but he is in trouble.
CPT getting another knock there. GTW, very, very interesting place here by him as they are very hurt. And look at this, CPT hand knows that there's somebody inside that smoke. He takes some shot, he has to worry about somebody else. He is getting shot from behind. GTW Ed starting to flank around the area. He's hoping that nobody sees him. He gets spotted. Is CPT gonna be able to finish the kill here?
Huge play from
GTW Ed is able to win and knock him down, but overall CPT being able to win that engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that might be the first time that we have seen CPT and GTW engage this early on.
Look at this. CPT is weak on the top of the mountain. We've got other people creeping up right now. The crowd's cheering. They see WC Wildcard creeping in on CPT. And in order to move these guys down the rankings, they do have to go out early at some point. GTW and Evos both doing favors to everybody by bowing out early, both 18th and 20th respectively.
And this would be the best time to go ahead and push here for Wildcard as CPT is still trying to heal up. They have to watch out because we know CPT is going to start throwing those grenades, and I'm loving that strategy by them. They keep throwing those grenades. They pretty much make a wall of explosions that they cannot go ahead and cross, and they don't dare cross because if they do, we saw what happened there to GTW. Look at Wildcard just waiting patiently. They're trying to figure out what is going to go ahead and be their play here. They're throwing smokes. Something that I would like to go ahead and start seeing from these American teams is also starting to use this grenade strategies. Look at them. So many grenades that CPT has. CPT Lucifer gets spotted. Luckily for him, CPT 7 misses some shots. 17 actually misses some shots. And CPT says, you know what, let's go ahead and start backing up. And I think Wildcard is going to go ahead and do the exact same thing.
Yeah, Han's covering him as they retreat here. Han is really, really standing out today as a player to be watched. Really executing well on his shooting, on his grenading, or just an outstanding player overall. We shift our attention now to the Gatka Trenches C9 hold up here. Looking at, I believe that was BTR here close by, and they also have Gangstars in the proximity just inside the zone.
And they have to watch out. BTR knowing that there might be some teams nearby. And look at this. Interesting place by BRK. They are still at the location where they usually landed. They might be trying to go for placement here as they have been getting knocked super early. In round 8, they got knocked at 19th place. That's just something you don't want to see, but they have to watch out because LHW is very close by. If they take maybe a little bit too long to go ahead and rotate, they're going to go ahead and encounter LHW. And as we notice, LHW is just stupendous on their gun skills, and they might be able to go ahead and just out-end them, out-shoot them, and out-strategize them.
So you're telling me that nobody wants that open field right in the middle of the zone with no cover? I mean, there's nobody there right now. Everyone out on the flank. Kind of interesting, but obviously a little bit to be expected here. You see the ground that we're looking at right in front of Zuxi. Wide open, not a lot of cover. The grass really isn't super reliable. So the actual playable area right now that is safe is in a bunch of little compounds, as we're seeing from above right now. LHW pushing their way into the zone, going up against Terror. We'll see if Terror can get off some great shots. They've had some good initial aim so far this tournament, getting some great knocks. They've just failed to actually press their advantage when they've had the opportunity. So we'll see if they, again, can get some initial shots off of here and get some knocks.
And we have definitely seen that from them, just being too cautious, being too careful. And right here, now they're starting to push back towards the compound as they're starting to get their party. Sute spraying that M4, seeing if anything his, and this man is level 3 out of his mind. Level 3 backpack, level 3 helmet, and level 3 armor. He can take on a full army if he wanted to. And right here, ladies and gentlemen, we got LHW from China and Team Terror from India. Who do you think is going to go ahead and win at home? Spam it in the comments right now, you watching at home. As the mid is using that corner and that third person to his advantage, waiting for somebody to LHW to just make a move or at least be able to spot him. Interesting stuff by LHW is they are throwing grenades. They are starting to just go ahead and smoke out everything. They want to go ahead and push up. As we see Everett Fury blowing up a guard. He's trying to get people from GG. He misses some shots. He has to watch out. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Somebody from GG goes down to the zone and he gets spotted out. And Team Terror is running away right now from LHW as LHW is trying to pick through the window. LHW is very, very low in health.
Look at the zone here as they're kind of pushing and forcing LHW towards Team Terror. This is what we're talking about. They've got a nice little man advantage here. Another knock from Team Terror. They've really got these guys on the run, but unfortunately they're still standing back, a non-standing back. Looking at the building here, they've got a couple of knocks now, and they're in trouble.
We see pushing up greatness here by Team Terror. Yeah, pushing a little bit too late, and LSU is going to go ahead and try to finish them up as Sevilla is trying to get some shot while laying down. This might go ahead and work for him, but he wants to go ahead and push. See if maybe, as we see LSU start to pick up their teammates and players, we want to go ahead and see if they can actually go ahead and pick up Team Terror, or at least the people that are down. But interesting stuff by LHW is they are down 2 players.
That's right. I would have loved to have seen a grenade there. You're going to see him get killed. And there it is. LHW Zen taking him out in the smoke. And that is that. What happened there is Korea was firing shots from that exact position through a smoke in front of him, never moved. And he got pre-fired there by the other team. LHW coming out on top. In other action, CPT moved away from the mountaintop as we saw.
Evil's Bullshark knocking down 2 people there from BRK. Is he going to be able to get the 3? He does get the 3. He needs 1 more to go ahead and be able to sweep this squad. Evil's Bullshark, very low in health. He wants his extra kills. Remember, Evil's did get knocked down. He is the last one alive for his team. He's playing this so careful. Baraka being the only one alive. Here we go. The smoke is going to go ahead and go away. Evos gets another knock. Is he going to go ahead and get the finish in Baraka? Evos Bullshark gets the sweep there. Wonderful plays by that man as he wipes the whole squad by himself against the zone.
That was absolutely huge play there from Evo's Bullshark, just outclassing his competition, going 1v4 right in the face of danger. Nothing phased him, just calmly came up, didn't even take any pressure, and was able to get the squad wipe all alone. We got Korea winner Chicken Dinner Justice kind of hanging out. BTR as well, getting some shots in on Gangstars here. He's got squads on all sides of him, and this is starting to get a little bit messy. You can see the mini-map, multiple squads moving in on this location. You got Cloud9 moving in. We've got BTR there. We've also got Korea winner Chicken Dinner. Grenades starting to fly everywhere. King's getting the knock on Sam. Zute getting knocked by Kodo. We've got a 3-way engagement going on. BTR taking down Sam. Oh, this is trouble for Cloud9.
Cloud9 there getting just swiped as there was too many teams nearby. That man hit the scarecrow right there. Actually, I've done that a couple times. You get a little bit distracted. And this man, KWC, needs to go ahead and heal up. Can he go ahead and get that heal? As we see Wildguard and Evil's Bullshark very close by. They need to go ahead and just blow up the vehicle. And Evil's Bullshark is not going to have any choice. He might actually get killed. He's very close to that vehicle. He has to be careful.
That's going to go down. Somebody's going to take that man out. Holy cow. So we had Cloud9 go out again early. We had Galaxy go out. It looks like Korea winner Chicken Dinner down to 2 players at this point. BTR still hanging in with 4. We've got LHW Zen taking down Illuminate's Echo Gen. So we have all kinds of action. Multiple squads fighting each other. And check that safe zone on the minimap. It has moved again, and these guys have got to finish this fight in a hurry.
Interesting plays there by BTR as they know that they are surrounded. They know they're going to have to go ahead and move now as they are 156 meters away from the zone. And look at this. CPT is going to go ahead and engage against Evos. Evos just fully outnumbered there as CPT takes out Evos. Remember, Evos Bullshark being able to go ahead and take a full sweep and destroy the Brazilian team, BRK, telling them, obrigado, see you in the next one.
I love what they did with those cars there. They took advantage of the car that Evos was behind, already exploded, so they don't have to worry about any explosions. Pulled up 2 of their own, and now they have a barricade inside the zone, right on the edge. So they've got some good cover here. KWCD June getting taken down. Now they're just down to Long here as he tries to make do with an AK. Take some shots here. Zone coming in. BTR in trouble. Long in trouble. Korea winner chicken dinner eliminated. We're down to 5 teams, ladies and gentlemen. The top 5. We do have 2 North American teams in this one, 2 Chinese teams, and it looks like we also have Illuminate in from Thailand.
Can some of the North American teams clutch this win, the first win for North America, or is it going to go ahead and be the Chinese teams once again? As we see CPT just blowing up, trying to get somebody there from LHW. Keep in mind, LHW is very low on players, and LHW is still holding people back. It doesn't matter if they have the full squad or if they're just by themselves. They're always keeping that car super close to them and pushing the action.
Now, this is a great statement game for LHW. 2 of their biggest competitors have gone out early, so they're going to be able to gain some ground. And not only that, they put up 13 kills so far this game, but can they outlast and get their first chicken dinner of the tournament? That's something that remains to be seen, as we can see Wildcard still in it, coming out with an impressive performance here in Game 9. Looking really sharp so far. LHW, he got into a burning vehicle. What was he doing? Zute immediately turns on it, blows him up, and punishes that mistake. And that is an unfortunate misstep there for LHW. They lose a member immediately and don't even have the chance to revive them.
Zute definitely taking full advantage there. And look at this. LHW is actually swapping grenades back and forth there with Zute, as I believe Gangstars was knocked out. Now it is Wildcard against CPT. Seagut using that strategy to his advantage. Hot Jukes blowing up a car. Wildcard looking to try to get the first win for the North American teams. CPT hand goes down. There's only 1 player left, I believe, here from CPT, still standing.
We got 2.
Trying to rotate.
2 players left up. We got Luciu and we got 762. Hot Jukes throwing in the mollies. We've got the AK. Han getting picked up right now. They're letting them get picked up. Both players getting picked back up right now. Hot Jukes and crew are on rotation. Lucifer crouching in. Oh, Lucifer again on the hard flank right now. This is a really good position, but CPT hops into vehicles. They are trying to rotate inside the smokes, trying to get position.
Lucifer getting naded here. Luckily for here, I love this here thing by Wildcard, is that they do have the killing suit, but they're not using it to their advantage. They're standing up, and CPT is pretty much just picking them apart one by one. Lucifer's gonna go ahead and start pushing the action. We saw him clutch 3 kills yesterday. Now he's gonna go ahead and be all up to Hot Jukes. Hot Jukes by himself. Can he go ahead and clutch it against the CPT team, which are looking just mighty, mighty strong right now? CPT 762 with the AWM. Hot Jukes standing behind the car, trying to figure out what to do here. It is going to go ahead and be Wildcard's highest placing in the tournament. Hot Jukes with that mini 14, he needs to back up. He gave out his position. The car might go ahead and blow up here as Hot Jukes is starting to let the rain. Oh my God!
CPT getting another chicken dinner victory. That was pulled from the jaws of defeat. Wildcard had them on the ropes. They had them dead to rights, and they failed to push. Instead of moving into CPT and finishing the squad where both players were actually busy reviving their down teammates, they chose to rotate to the zone instead with no cover, and it ultimately was their demise. CPT took the cars, just parked them in front, had the cover. They were able to rebound, get those shots fired in on Wildcard, and they punished them for being a little bit too passive there. 17 kills that round for CPT.
That's something that we have seen a lot, and we have actually called out a lot. If you see somebody down, if you see them in a disadvantage, you have to go ahead and finish them. You have to get those kills. If not, we have seen teams like CPT just go ahead and get up. Look at them. They're talking. They're probably saying, we should have maybe pushed that. We should have maybe done this. Don't worry, guys. It's still a great
second place. Yeah, that's the top placing so far from any team from North America. So big props to Wildcard on that one for their strong finish in game number 9. Let's see if they can string a few more awesome performances together. They might be shooting up that leaderboard into some higher prize pool money.
Didn't capitalize on that push there, and in the end gave a look window for CPT to get their third chicken dinner and the back-to-back chicken dinner if you consider our previous game from the previous day. LHW overall, though, still leads that kill board now with quite a sizable lead over RRQ, so they're going to be racking up even more points to try and push themselves past GT and almost certainly have taken the third place spot now.
Understandably so. GT Doyu definitely going out early here in this one. Player kills ranking, as you guys can see, again, dominated by the Chinese and Thai teams, taking up all the spots here. But as we talked about a little bit earlier, GT Doyu going out very early in that game. That's going to allow a big mover potential for both CPT and LH Doyu, as well as everybody behind them to potentially catch up just a little bit. When we take a look here at the player statistics, CPT 17, as well as Hot Jukes from Wildcard. Again, the kill disparity there widely in CPT's favor. The more impressive team here, CPT for sure. But Wildcard get that second place finish.
I'm just so surprised there that CPT was able to come back after having 2 players down and Wildcard having all the players standing. Wildcard just deciding not to push the action, and CPT now having 755 points.
Look at that! Look at that on the leaderboard there. You see Gangstars creeping up to third. LH Doyu in second place, ahead of Wildcard, who finished second only on the strength of 2 kills.
The most important thing to take away from that was 755 points going to CPT, whereas only 200 points going to RRQ. So that means now RRQ, yes, still vastly in the lead, but CPT gained 500 points ground on that previous 1,000 plus point lead that they had before.
They had a 1,270 point lead going into today, and that has been drastically cut, as you can see here on the total scoreboard. We are now down to just 715 points separating our top teams.
If RRQ Athena can go ahead and continue this trend where they're just not able to go ahead and get the wins, and CPT go ahead and continues to get those wins back to back and also get the kills, I don't know, guys. We might see a very close finish here, not just for second place or third place, but for first place in those sweet, sweet $200,000.
The fat lady has not sung you just yet.
Indeed.
CPT's making sure of it.
The pundits overall, I think, looked at that, how it was playing out, and we thought to ourselves that RRQ, very vastly in the lead, almost impossible to be able to catch up. However, even just this one game alone has made it unsure. There is the potential that they do not win.
There's that glimmer of hope, and this is exactly what the competition needed to happen. They needed a poor finish from RRQ. It wasn't a poor finish, but it wasn't a it wasn't a commanding finish like they've had in every single game so far. They finished a little bit lower down. They didn't get a lot of kills. CPT put up a ton of kills, also wrapped up another chicken dinner.
And just pretty much going back to RRQ, we have seen them start a little bit slow there, especially on day 1. Day 2, obviously, we know this story. They just dominated, but what's it going to go ahead and happen now? How are they going to go ahead and react to this? And CPT, we have seen it now. We have seen it firsthand. They can go ahead and continue that momentum, just getting those kills, getting those wins. If they go ahead and continue this trend where they're able to go ahead and consistently get back-to-back wins and also get the kills, it is going to be absolutely insane.
All right, well, of course, looking at how this played out there, still plenty actually from that overall. We are just going to go to a countdown here, I believe, and then when we go back, we're going to have our second game here of the day for the main tournament.
One has had the plane path going directly over Pachinki. RRQ has been blessed with that, as well as teams like CPT CPT like to go to military base. As you pointed out last game, CPT rotated super early. The first time we brought up the map, saw the very first circle, CPT had already looted up military base, had crossed the bridge, and had passed several squads, taking up a position in a central compound in the center of the zone.
And something to go ahead and point out is that LHW and CPT go pretty much to the same area, right? They go to the same South Island. We know LHW is going to go ahead and go Noble. CPT is going to go ahead and go military. Now, LHW needs to make sure that CPT doesn't keep getting these wins. If not, second place is not going to be anywhere near them, and they're going to go ahead and end up in third place, and they might have to start worrying about GTW. And they're an interesting spot here as RRQ Athena is landing in Pochinki, but there is another squad playing Devil's Advocate. They're saying,
Finally.
hey, yeah.
Finally, we're seeing them mix it up a little bit. These guys have decided, you know what, we're ditching our Watertown drop location, and we are going to have some fun at this point. Let's mix it up. Let's go after the top dogs. I got to tip my hat to Team BRK here. A little nod of respect for them for mixing it up and trying something new.
I definitely love that. I'm pretty sure they want to go ahead and make a name out of themselves, especially after that round. And look at this, RRQ Athena with now 4,600 points, and CPT slowly but surely starting to crawl up there with 3,885 points.
Noticeable gap here between third and fourth. Now almost 400 points between LHW and GTW, which just last game, they were almost right next to each other in points. And you've seen Wildcard now creep into the top 10 as we look at them and BTR here fighting it out in Primorsk.
And Gainstars being able to go ahead and get some good finishes there on that last round, securing that 7th spot. They're more than likely wanting to go ahead and push the action too. And BRK is an interesting team, right? They're actually one of the teams that I'm a little bit disappointed on, as we saw them get absolutely demolished there earlier by Evos, as one of the players from Evos, Ernie, gets knocked down there.
So we actually have 3 squads looting up Primorsk right now. We got Evos, we got Wildcard, we got BTR. All of these guys, very solid squads. They are in trouble as well. Ernie already knocked, and there's nobody nearby. Evos known for looting up pretty much separately, and Ernie's going to take a bow out as the first person eliminated. Ernie is also one of the best strategic minds in the game, and look at that. Luxy with the hurl from all the way downtown, and he knocks JZ as well. Evos in trouble here in Primorsk early.
JC a little bit there, too close to the action, and now we got Evos X waiting patiently, trying to figure out what is BRK going to go ahead and do. Are they going to go ahead and start pushing the action even more? We saw them throw that grenade as soon as that player went down, and look at this, Evos JC. There's no way he's going to go ahead and pick up, but them leaving him alive is going to be able to, Evos JC is going to go ahead and be able to give some intel to his other players, saying, hey, they're currently in first floor, they're currently in second floor, they're actually maybe in front of me. So it's something you want to go ahead and look out for. Usually BRK actually finished them early, but right now they're just waiting patiently.
I don't know that they know where he is right now. They ran through the building. We got KWCD as well taking on Torty, and Appa is down. Appa away from his squad right now. I'm not sure what's going on. It looks like Bro RC across the street. But again, Appa in trouble right now. It looks like he will be eliminated. June also knocked. They traded knocks. And it looks like just this coming in to get the finish there on Torty. And again, our second and third players off the board. JZ also goes down to Zuxi with a shotgun over in Primorsk.
It was actually BTR, my apologies there, as we see KWCD now starting to clear some people out of their area. And BTR saying, hey, we're taking out some people from Evos. How about we go ahead and start looking towards Wildcard? Wildcard is starting to rotate around. We saw Hot Jukes there getting shot earlier by BTR. Something he wants to go ahead and keep in mind, because you don't want to go out this early, especially after such a great game in that last one by Wildcard.
Definitely Wildcard sharing the city right now with, it looks like, BTR. And they are content to go around the outskirts, loot up as much as they can. They have the vehicle, and they are going to rotate out, it looks like, trying to avoid a fight early. Again, Wildcard currently moving into the top 10 after their second place performance last game. They are one of 2 North American teams to finish in the top 4 last time, Gainstars being the other. Really nice performances from them. Good to see them show up in third-person perspective here today in Game 1.
As well as we see the map there, brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9. An interesting thing, actually, by CPT is none of them went Actually, not the full team went military. Some of them actually decided to go ahead and rotate around. And Wildcard here, Outsider 9K, being able to go ahead and get some shots from the vehicle moving. They're going to go ahead and add one more kill to their tally. And now Evil's Bull Shark once
Let's
again,
see if he can do it
all
again.
by himself. Is he going to be able to do what he did in the last round, which was squad wipe people left and right as it happened to BRK?
That's right.
Or is he going to
just like last game when Bull Shark was hiding in the forest, he's doing it again this game. Wonder if he'll be able to go 1v4 once again. That's probably not on his agenda of things he wants to do today. I'm sure he would prefer to have his teammates rather than trying to go 1v4.
They definitely will, and we're having a stand-up right now in Pochinki as BRK is looking around for RRQ Athena, but they're not being able to spot him now. BRK will love to have this engagement, will love to be able to go ahead and take out RRQ, get some confidence, and pretty much be able to show, hey, maybe we know we didn't do that good in the whole tournament overall, but we can actually go ahead and take out the top team for right now.
Could be a little bit interesting. I like the crossbow in the back of one of the players here in Pochinki laying down second story, just waiting for an opportunity to embarrass somebody. Really nicely done. We did see that in North America. Shout out to Cleric Dragoon getting that Pochinki crossbow kill as well. Maybe we'll see a repeat of that here in the global final.
I do remember that by Cleric Dragoon there with Winsanity. I believe it was in LA finals, in RRQ G9 just waiting. He sees that the player is nearby. More than likely, he's actually not switching around, which is interesting. He wants to be able to get an angle on up at the stairs. He's going to be able to go and finish him there. Caveira is starting to back up, gives his back to him. He wasn't able to go ahead and get all the shots that he wanted, but he needs to be careful because RRQ G9 does have an AKM waiting patiently, and Caveira decided not to heal up, decided to see if RRQ is going to push as Baraka now goes down for BRK.
There he comes. He hears the bandage. He goes to push, and that Uzi is going to be trouble.
Is he going to be able to go ahead and get this clutch right here? RRQ with the...
Tries to get out of the window, but he can't do it. Caveira's going to get the finish on him. Nice job to BRK.
Huge plays here, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind, RRQ Athena is currently in first place. If for some reason BRK is able to go and clear them out, it is going to be interesting to see.
Zod goes down. That is huge from G2E. Right now, RRQ is living a little bit of a nightmare, getting pressure early in their preferred drop location, and they are a man down already. This is not what they were hoping for. Oh, Fusi, unable to get inside the door. He's going to get knocked from behind. Caveira, though, going to try to come to his rescue. G2E on the rooftops right now, bearing down, trying to get the finish. Clips Baraka on the ankles. Baraka able to get to safety for sure. Ice on pushing across the street. Baraka and crew are in trouble, but again, how much damage can they inflict before they go out is the question.
And RRQ2E pretty much imaging their Diablo, and he gets shot. That is it for BRK. So it seems like it didn't plan out right, but they were able at least to give some hurt RRQ in a way because they took one of their players, and now RRQ is going to be in a huge disadvantage with just 3 players for the rest of the match. Luckily for them, they were able to go ahead and add 4 kills.
That's right. G9 has been one of the top shots of the tournament so far. Remember his Mini 14 action yesterday. He was unbelievable with the weapon, and he has gone out for his team, so they are rocking only 3 people right now for the remainder of the game. They did end up coming out of that Pochinki engagement victorious, but that is not how they wanted to start this game 10, where they are trying to hold on to that top spot, and it looks like some of the other teams are not going to let them.
It is, and I'm actually wondering what kind of play style here Arab Madness is going to go with, because they did start the day on place 17, and they're playing very conscious. So are they going to go ahead and just stick to that gameplay, or do they want to go ahead and push the action up a little bit more? Do they want to get a little bit more aggressive, get the kills, or what are they trying to do here? As we do see Full Sand passing by them earlier, and CPT early rotations from military base, getting all the cars, all the vehicles, but they've got to watch out because Cloud9 is up on that hill, and they might start getting some shots raining down on them.
Cloud9 approaching while they're split up. CPT has been divided 2 and 2. Looks like they are starting to group up right now, where they are being looked at. Han and 762 joining up with their teammates, but impressive rotation right now from CPT. Again, they looted up the military island, but look at how far north they are. They're actually one of the northernmost teams right now, and they already looted down south.
Yep, they definitely have early rotations, as we're talking about it earlier, as we see Gain starts firing in the backseat, saying, hey, Angry, make sure I don't get shot. Start juking around a little bit. Zigzag for me. Gain starts making sure they're trying to get some good rotations here. And Hero, one of the consistent teams there from day one, more than likely they want to go ahead and continue getting consistency here. We haven't been able to see that today. Trying to figure out what they do here with the cars. Who's going to go first? There you go. They finally decide who's going to go ahead and go first. Gentlemen's agreement pretty much there.
Doc, you troll. When you watch this back, I just want you to know that you're a troll. Knocking your teammate out of the garage twice there while you're trying to get into there. That was pretty funny stuff. Now, the Hero's going to take position here in this compound. Good stuff. Really good compound to take. This is a very, very nice position to fight from. Lots of good sight lines in all areas here. So, Hero, again, not performing as they would like at the European champions, but they also have had some really good performances as well. They've just been a little bit inconsistent this tournament.
They definitely have. In day one, round actually number 2, they were able to secure their A4 spot, and then in round 8, they were able to go ahead and secure a second spot. So they definitely got what it takes, right, to get in the top 4. But can they do it again? As we see Team Terror from India, we saw them starting to be a little bit more aggressive. Can they go ahead and continue that aggressiveness? Or maybe when they shoot somebody down, they're still going to be passive. I want to go ahead and see them push a little bit more. Tell the other teams, namaste, we're coming for you. Watch out, because we definitely want to go ahead and make a name for ourselves.
I really like how Team CPT is holding this compound here. Lots of good angles being worked, lots of different locations in the buildings. If anybody was to come through here, they'd have a really good line of sight on pretty much any angle. So I like the way they're playing this. Evo's pull strike off on his own right now. He's chilling, man. I wonder if he's taking a little bathroom break.
He might be waiting. You know, he might be waiting for our squad to come nearby. That way he can go ahead and just clear him out, as he did with BRK earlier. And look at this zone here. Great zone for RRQ.
Look
as they are literally
again.
smack down the middle in Pachinki after they were able to go ahead and clear out BRK. And this, the gross that I know you love, PB. And also a ghillie suit in case for some reason the final circle is out in the open.
That's right. You can see Cloud9 has wonderful position yet again in this game. We'll see if they actually do something with it this time around. They still have not yet cracked the top 10 in any game so far this tournament. Really looking at them to try to do a little bit stronger performance moving forward in this tournament.
And we see Galaxy just waiting patiently. They're seeing the Japanese team pass by. He has to watch out. You don't want to go ahead and run over your teammate. Trust me, it had this happen to me a couple times, and it's not fun whatsoever. They do have a level 3 backpack and a bunch of loot. Now, interesting stuff that I actually been seeing by the Chinese teams, as I mentioned earlier in the day, is they do run that strategy where they carry a lot of grenades, and then instead of doing a smoke wall, they had to go ahead and do an explosive wall, telling teams, hey, you do not want to get close to us, because if you do, guess what? There's going to be grenades just raining down on you, and more than likely, you can't get knocked down from them.
I'm impressed with a lot of the Chinese teams and the Thai teams, the fact that they have so many frag grenades on each player, yet they still have all of that ammunition to be able to spray down the vehicles that drive by. Really, really efficient at looting and keeping a really nice loadout that can put a lot of offensive pressure on people as they push their positions. Now, BTR heading through the fields here up the Pochinki Hills, through Cloud9 and also through CPT. Some off-roading here in a sedan, not always recommended. Some bullets pinging off the back there, Rolex firing shots over into Natick, and they will escape safely for now, grab some cover on the ridge and focus their attention towards Cloud9.
Cloud9 led by Rolex, more than likely trying to make a name here, as they haven't had the bench showing yet, and CPT still controlling that area that they actually controlled in the previous game. It worked for them. Luckily, they are also inside the zone, but are they gonna go ahead and try to challenge maybe RRQ in Pochinki, as we're seeing BTR deciding to go ahead and jump onto the cars, and they might actually try to engage here against Cloud9, as Cloud9 is taking out some of the tires of their vehicles.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of a difficult spot right now. They are getting shot from 2 angles right now, trying to protect their cars. And I don't know if they're going to get flushed out of that position or just continue to move down the hill. And we take a look now at LH Doyu, and they are looking off in the distance at an Illuminate squad bearing down upon them.
And LH Doyu had actually was very hurt there in the last round, but nonetheless, they were still able to secure a high place on that game number 9.
I like how they set the gas can out behind the car here.
Just in case. They don't want to go ahead and keep all that stuff in their backpack, which is actually a very, very smart play. Super awareness there by them, as they do like to go ahead and carry a lot of smokes and also a lot of grenades. Well, look at this. GT, he's going to go ahead and start shooting. GT, though, you gets that knocks as Exclusive gets a little bit too comfortable, and more than likely, he's going to go ahead and try to get this finish. Is he going to go ahead and be able to do it? As now Full Send is hurt by 1, and look at the shots here by him. He barely misses Katarina, as she's 5 HP from getting knocked
with
down.
the long-range shots there, full auto with the M4. That was impressive stuff. Exclusive, she's dead. There's no getting her, and Chushu is going to make sure of that. Katarina Suki, very low health in that compound, and she is being descended upon right now by GT Doyu. Ollie Pocket looking out the window, trying to, protect the squad a little bit, as you see Exclusive bow out of the competition at this point. Unfortunate loss there, but can't be caught out in the open like that by a squad like GT Doyu.
An interesting place there also by GT Doyu. Akan, as you mentioned, he did start rotating around. He's going to be able to get different angles on him. And look at this. Ollie Pocket is going to go ahead and start getting rushed. GT6 gun is going to get the shots right there, ladies and gentlemen. He more than likely is going to head upstairs. He has to watch out, because Full Send is known for waiting around, but it doesn't matter. GT6 got just so much better, and look at that. GT Doyu, easy claps, baby, as they're able to go ahead and clear that compound, and Full Send gets eliminated.
Good try to Full Send there. Unfortunately, just getting caught, kind of spread apart and out of position there. GT takes full advantage, moves in, presses their advantage again in typical aggressive fashion, and they're trying to make a rebound statement after last game going out in 18th spot. Well, they've at least secured 18th spot here moving forward.
It's definitely working for them, getting the kills as well, as they still have their full squad. And GT6 got with those great kills there. He was more than likely able to hear that player downstairs, took her out, went upstairs, took out the other player as well, as we see GG here switching cars. They might like that UAC. Actually, we got a chance to see one of the UACs, and oh my goodness, it is actually really cool. Great stuff there by him as well. GG decides to go ahead and shoot out the tires. They're saying, hey, we're not going to go ahead and use this car. That means nobody else is going to go ahead and use this car.
And I liked how they shot the correct tires out as well in a front-wheel drive vehicle. They got the front tire. Sometimes you see people shoot the back ones out, and you can still drag that thing along.
you can definitely, you're pretty much just going to be skidding around or just not going anywhere. And that's something that we saw on day one. A lot of the Chinese teams making sure that they had a couple players shooting the tires of the vehicles and then other players shooting at the actual people inside. And we saw a lot of people just spinning around. And look at this, RRQ Athena very close there to Hero as they're starting to push the action. RRQ Athena knows that they want to go ahead and, oh, wow, they get blessed by this circle here. But they have to be careful because they are in the bombing area.
The PUBG gods are on RRQ's side here. Again, they have not moved a single muscle from the beginning of this game. The zone keeps coming to them, so they are not going to have to move once again. They can continue to defend and try to hold their fortified position. Again, they are a man down, and there are a lot of angles that you can come in from in Pachinki. So it's not going to be an easy thing to do, but at the same time, they are blessed that they do not have to try to attack a compound, rather that somebody else is holding.
Yeah, Kalaris earlier said that we want to go ahead and get a final circle in military. Well, guess what? They have blessed RRQ, and we're going to get more than likely a final circle here in Pochinki. As GTW now starting to push the action a little bit more. They see Wildcard nearby. Wildcard is going to go ahead and try to get behind those buildings. They do not want to get spotted. They know this team's got what it takes to go ahead and shoot them out. Even at that distance, Wildcard just pretty much getting by barely.
Got a little bit of luck there on their side. Wildcard able to sneak away. That's something that a lot of teams have been able to do from GTW. Anybody that has been seen by GTW has been pretty much destroyed. This is an exception. We've got Torti in from Big Russian Bot pushing in against GTW from across the street. Grenades holding them back here, just falling a little bit short from connecting. But it's going to distract them long enough for them to potentially grab the car and get out of there.
And once again, they led the grenades rain. It is not going to be just one, not two, not three, four at least minimum. As we see GT now starting to rotate around. He knows that if he gets an angle here on them, he's going to be able to destroy them. He hides behind that tire, and here comes the shot. The AKM with the free time. He's trying to knock up Tony. He does just that. Now is one player left behind the vehicle, and the GT squad, GTW, is gonna start getting the angles. Brax, he just gets caught laying down, and that is it for that squad. Luckily for them, some of their players are still gonna be alive, as one of them is in the vehicle, more than likely running away.
Impressive stuff right there. Just flat out getting outplayed. GTW grabbing the car, knowing where their enemy is at, and they did not get out of there soon enough. They probably should have grabbed the bike a little bit sooner. Grabbed that flanking position, looking down the trench rather than at the hump that covered it, and they were able to get some shots down the channel to flush them out.
GTW started the day in third spot. They more than likely want to go and keep that in a little bit close there to CPT. And as you mentioned, Carnage goes down to a sniper rifle, and we saw them trying to engage earlier. And look at this, GG is gonna go ahead and pass here. Where Game Stars is at is Game Stars engage this. You know what? Let's go ahead and just give a warning shot. Are they gonna be able to go ahead and knock somebody down? They're fairly nice shot there from fire. Get him with the scar. In trouble in the
looks like they will be able to pick him up. Kuwait in trouble, trying to get some meds off here.
He's able to go ahead and finish off that player.
Finish.
Angry's gonna go ahead and try to get his shots here on the running player. Kuwait barely gets by. Angry misses some shots there. If he was able to go ahead and connect those, he wouldn't been able to get an easy kill, as the other player would have been fully exposed.
Really nice job from Gangstars. They're taking advantage of that opportunity. Anytime the Asian teams have had cars drive by their compounds, they have punished them. And right there, you see the North American teams do exactly that. Gangstars taking down, looks like GG Gamers as they drove by. Really tough break for them, but now GG Gamers getting finished off, it looks like, by Korea Winter Chicken Dinner, and Gangstars looks on.
As you mentioned there, Ever Fury making sure he shoots the tire out of that vehicle. He doesn't want KWC going anywhere, but they do have to be careful because the Galaxy team is coming up behind them, and Kuwait is still somewhere over there. Smart plays here by KWC. They decide to go ahead and throw some grenades. That way they can go ahead and move back and forth between those two buildings.
That's right. You're seeing them loot up here. A bunch of DPs in play right now. You've got Arab Madness here from Saudi Arabia holding the yellow compound here out in the field. Wow, we got some shots. GT Doyu again going to town, coming around the corner. Al-Alanzi is there. And Akan, oh wow, risky play, but he just drives right up unopposed, gets out, and gets the kill.
And it's only just one player left here from Arab Madness. Here comes the shots, ladies and gentlemen. GT Ed doesn't realize where he's at.
This is a matter of time. He's going to go check that. It'll be just a second here.
Here we go. Here comes the action. He jumps. He sees them. He's going to go ahead and open up the door more than likely. GT Ed wants this kill. Is he going to go ahead and get him? Easy claps right there as GT Ed jumps. Huge awareness. Get that kill. And now I believe they have 8 kills. GT Doyu coming out hot.
They've got 10 kills to their name right now. GT Doyu needed a big performance. And guess what, guys? 17 teams still on the board and already 10 kills up on the board in favor of GT Doyu. Coming out with a big performance so far. Wildcard now headed into Pachinki, trying to get a spot in the circle. So far, they've been on the outskirts, looting up first and from Morse, heading up the coast, taking some of those western towns. And look at this, immediately popped from Gangstars. Jukes goes down, immediately gets his car stuck on the trench. Not the best spot to stop there, but unfortunately he is instantly punished by Gangstars, who already had position.
Bad locks there by Hot Jukes as his whole team decides, you know what, let's go ahead and actually go church instead. That way we know Gangstars is there. Let's back up a little bit. And LHW LCD, the player with the most kills, 36 kills in this tournament, and very close by, well, at least about almost 10 kills. Doyu Ace, LHW Ace with 27 kills. That is just unheard of, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing the Galaxy team. Are they gonna go to meet the same fate that Hot Jukes met? They're passing by Wildcard. They're also gonna put in pass here by RRQ. RRQ wants those kills, and we're seeing another team now starting to pull up with LHW very close by.
Looks like Wildcard coming in. I'm not sure if that was the miscommunication or what happened there. In-game on a different subject there. RRQ holding the city from the very start of the game, and they are not ready to give it up just yet. Song getting the 2 kills there. Doo-doo goes down, and unfortunately Galaxy down a couple of members.
RRQ Senior, we've seen him do some great plays, and look at this. Look at the spread that RRQ currently has. They want to go ahead and get every single angle cover, at least from this side of the road of Pachinki. That's smart plays by him. That way, in case for some reason one of those cars does pull up, they're going to be able to go ahead and get different angles. And here we go. RRQ wants more kills. They can spell it. They're going to go ahead and go inside this house. They clean it up, ladies and gentlemen. They're getting 1 kill. Another player gets knocked down, and that is it for for Galaxy, as now RRQ is just racking up kills slowly but surely, and LHW is very close by as well.
C9 Kodo getting knocked with the headshot there. GG Doyu, it looks like, may have wiped Team Japan off the board. 2 squads went down, couldn't tell who the other was from the kill feed. Kodo getting picked back up here by Rolex. Cloud9 in trouble. They've had good position this whole time, but they've been getting knocked kind of over and over right now, getting pressure from a bunch of other teams.
They are able to go ahead and pick up Kodo there as he's just trying to go ahead and throw some grenades. They have to watch out though. KWCD starting to sneak around. They might get an angle here. Rolex and Kodo. They do get an angle, but luckily, Rolex is able to go and clutch that kill right there. KWCD is going to continue to push as one of the players from KWCD.
Oh no!
Kodo actually almost about to go ahead and finish. Rolex just going for his teammate to go down. Risky play here as nobody from KWC is pushing at the moment. So that is going to go ahead and work out for them. And look at this. We got LHW against GTW. Something I just love seeing. These teams are great, and I want to go ahead and continue to see that action from them.
Really interesting action all the way around. Terror Squad getting knocked there by Torty. C9 Sam getting another shot up on KWCD. KWCD loses June as well with a headshot. Korea in trouble, and it looks like they've got Long there still hanging by a thread.
And look at this, KWCD.
Oh my God, they're like holding hands.
They are right next to each other. Dude, there you go. There goes the finish. And what you gotta watch out. CBT is coming up from the bottom, and there is still one more player from KWCD. Cloud9 might go ahead and get sandwiched here. If CBT is able to go ahead and push this at the right time, they might go ahead and be able to just third party and get easy kills along the way.
Epic grenade right there from Justice, connecting with Carnage in a big way. Carnage down to about a quarter health. CPT off on the sidelines, watching the kill feed, making sure they take advantage of anything they see that looks like they could take a big time advantage on a third party engagement there.
And the zone has moved. As we see RRQ now starting to move by. They know that they need to go ahead and push the zone. They're doing just that, and look at this. Everett Fury realizes that one of the RRQ players is turned around. He didn't realize though that he wasn't actually behind that wall. He has to be careful. The player was behind the car, and LHW now spotting Illuminate. They're gonna go ahead and start pushing the action, or at least just regroup those cars to something that they're more comfortable with.
Got a lot of action going on right now. Still 14 teams left alive in a small circle. Everybody's starting to move their way in.
Fire with the low toss there. He might be able to go ahead and get one of the players here from GTW. He does just stop Fire with the smart plays. He gets one player from GTW. Gainstars is just getting surrounded right now by teams, but they're able to go ahead and hold him back. And smart plays there by him as they go ahead and throw another Molotov. It doesn't hit, but GTW Ed is now starting to throw the smokes so he can go ahead and give his team some cover and himself some cover as well.
Last ditch Jeffrey is going to try to get his teammate picked up. He does have a grenade land on him, does weaken him a little bit. Shit gets around, he's moved through the smoke behind the shack, and it looks like Ed's gonna try to pick him up. Gangstars, Everfury on the flank there, beautifully done. Everfury's got great angles right now, pushing the action. Oh, this is looking really good right now.
Fury needs to be careful because the players are going to go ahead and be laying down as we have seen them before. He's going to go ahead and pass by one. Every Fury finishes off. GTW goes down in 11th place. Huge kill there by Gainstars. As now we go to Cloud9. Cloud9 in an interesting fight here against the Illuminate. Sam trying to get these shots with the Scar L. He misses some. Illuminate in a horrible spot here as they're getting shot by the Cloud9. And on top of that, they have to go ahead and worry about LHW Ace, and they're actually pushing the action. Illuminate goes down. Now Sam trying to go ahead and get the kills here on LHW. Sam starting to get third party. Ladies and gentlemen, the action here is insane.
Very close. Sam has made it out of harm's way for the time being. Rolex laying down to fire up Hero. Hero goes down. It looks like LHW getting knocked by Kodo. Kodo knocking LCD and finishing. Sam getting knocked by D2E from RRQ. Squads upon squads upon squads, and it looks like Cloud9 has cracked the top 10 there, sitting in 7th right now. Look at this. LHW still hanging tough in the middle of nowhere behind a rock. CPT this entire time has been just lurking, hanging out, watching all of this happen as they climb the leaderboard, catching those in front of them.
They are definitely climbing the leaderboard, and I think they're just waiting to get the kills towards the end. As you see the Hero squad, they're getting knocked. Now CPT knows that there's somebody in those smokes. They're gonna go ahead and start raining down those Molotovs. They don't realize that they're behind the rock though. And BTR starting to clean up some people here from Gainstars. Every Fury goes down. Angry is barely hanging on. And every Fury more than likely is gonna go ahead and get finished here, ladies and gentlemen.
Zute off to his left there, edge of the zone. Looks like Gainstars is going to get finished. Angry goes down. Isong is going to get finished there. Gainstars goes out in 7th place. Hero is out as well, it looks like here. And we are going to turn our attention to RRQ, still alive in this one. Still with 2 players left. We are looking at a top 6 finish for them. Trying desperately to catch up to them is CPT with 4 members remaining. Look at that. The M24, my man, Lexi taking him down. Beautiful shot right there, and RRQ in trouble.
RRQ in trouble, but they have been able to get the kills. They currently have 12 kills to their name. CPT needs to start pushing on the action. They need the points. RRQ is getting the points on kills. Now we have to be careful. Look at this. Great plays here by RRQ. Picking up his team, making sure they regroup, making sure they start repositioning themselves here as the circle is just closing in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 6 teams left, 14 alive. Who's gonna go ahead and win this? It can go for anybody as CPT hand is currently inside a Molotov. He needs to go and start healing up. He's gonna go down to the Molotov by BTR. CPT now starting to get pushed by BTR. CPT holding back BTR as well. Great action right here, back and forth between this team.
Position is absolutely incredible right now. They have all kinds of space between them. They've got a nice little front being put together, making it very difficult to push them from any one angle and get the finish. They're also able to cover their knock very, very well. Rolex and Carnage pinned down right now, going up against head-to-head RRQ, Isong, D2E, Rolex versus Carnage. This is looking really, really bad for both of them as they try to fight the zone as well. Carnage makes it in, goes prone with the AKM, overlooking CPT as well. RRQ making their way down in the grass. Rolex goes down to the play zone. Not good. Carnage is all by himself at this point. D2E knows what's going on, jumps to the bush, Song goes down to the nade. CPT still putting out the pressure.
CPT being able to go ahead and finish their RRQ. Can CPT go ahead and get the win? Great plays there by him as they go ahead and take out the #1 contender with RRQ. And look at here, BTR now winning. They still have their full squad. They need to go ahead and pick up that player that is currently down. CPT trying to take advantage of this. As we mentioned, they are using full advantage of the ledge and their cars. But you gotta watch out when you lay it down like this and you don't have the height advantage.
Oh, wow.
You might just get knocked.
Oh, wow.
And huge.
Korea winner chicken dinner just took out Luxy and Zuxy. Got the finish on both of them. He is a solo player for Korea winner chicken dinner, and he is doing work. He takes out Kings as well. Holy cow, he is doing work on the backside there. Nobody expected this from him.
KWCD pretty much being able to go ahead and help CPT now starting to get the kills when it mattered. Now we're going to go ahead and start cleaning up people. KWCD helping their CPT now. Ladies and gentlemen, can CPT get this win?
Oh my gosh.
Wins. CPT looking very strong here on the final day. They won that first place. They know RRQ Athena is within reach.
Can I just give a huge shout out to Justice from KWCD? Oh my God, that was the performance of an absolute legend right there, going by himself through the top 7 teams, making his way up against the #2 overall team right now. CPT winning yet another game, and they're making this real interesting.